Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday morning stamping. I've been all over the map these holidays. I still find I'm kind of tired in the evening. Also, we've had company, so it is holiday time, and I am fitting in Facebook Lives when it works, and it works right now. So hopefully it works for you. If not, I know that you will catch the replay either on YouTube or on Facebook. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Lillian. With Stamper's Niche. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Alberta, Canada. And today's date is December the 30th, 2024. Yes, it's the last Monday in 2024. And in fact, it's only today and tomorrow, and we start a new year. So that being said, there are some new things coming from Stampin' Up! Starting January 7th, and I thought I'd give you just a little sneak peek at some of it, just so you get a feel for a few things that are coming. And I might be able to pop on later in the week and share a few more things. We'll have to wait and see. So let's go down to my desktop and see what we're doing today. All right, so we're going to do this, go down and tighten this up so that we don't go all wonky. There we go. And for those of you who are joining me, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you caught me here. Do leave comments. Let us know you're here. I'm so glad some of you are saying hi. Excellent. Super. So as we are getting things set up here, here's a question for you. You know that I like to ask a question to get the conversation going, although you're free to talk about whatever you want. Are you a New Year's Eve celebration person, or are you pretty low-key for New Year's Eve? So celebration, big celebration, or low-key? We are pretty low-key in our house. Always have been. We tend to watch the countdown on the East Coast or somewhere so that we can go to bed early. Once in a while we go out to a movie or something like that. We've been talking about that for this New Year's Eve. For tomorrow, we're just trying to weigh in as to whether I can handle it yet or not. Sitting is not a great thing for me, nor traveling in the car, but there is a theater nearby that has the recliner seat, so I think I could handle that. And I see some other people are low-key as well. Maybe even say whether you've changed over the years, all right? Yes, Maggie, thank you for the well wishes. It's coming. It's slow, but it's coming. There's more and more, the leg is healing more and more, the nerves in that leg. So I find that I have to be careful still, but as you know, that's part of the process. So as you're typing that in, just a reminder that there are last chance products available. So these are things that are going to be going out of stock and likely not coming back in. So just something to be aware of. A lot of them are on sale, so do check that out. I had a customer contact me the other day and said, such and such a die, is it gone for good? And what it said was it was currently unavailable. And when you see that, that means it's more stock is arriving, and it will be available when stock arrives. And no longer available means it's not being restocked and it's gone. So just a little hint as to what the terminology means there. And speaking of new things, which I said we were going to do, this catalog and this celebration brochure, they are going live January 7th. If you don't have yours and you live in Canada, contact me and I can make sure to give you one of those. So just make sure to reach out. So speaking of celebration, I just jotted down this information. Most of you understand what celebration is. It's a chance where as you spend, you earn free product, and the product is lovely. But those of you who are new, so for every $75 you purchase, that's before shipping and handling and GST, you can choose a free item from the celebration brochure from the level 1. So that's the beginning, almost to the end, not quite. If you spend And if you spend multiples, you can get 2 if you want. If you spend 150, you can get a level 2, or you can get 2 level 1s. You get to mix and match as you want. If you have a big order, or you have maybe some friends who want to add to it, if your party or your order reaches $375, you get an extra $37 in free product, as well as your regular Stampin' Rewards. And then if you join, there are some excellent options as well. So take a look at the very back of this book and just inside the few pages, and you will find all that information. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. Oh, I'm seeing people here from all over the place. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I just misplaced something, but oh well, that's okay. One of the things on the last chance item is the stamp set and the dies that are called Garden Meadows. Now, those of you who have followed me for a while know that I made tons with this bundle quite a while ago, when it first came out, and it had this arch in it. Well, Stampin' Up! Is not only bringing out these, sorry, gotta bring them back in again, these 2 new catalogs. They have released new product that is going to be available online. And there's going to be a new scrapbooking catalog and new kits and all kinds of things. But one of the things from the online exclusives that I was so excited about was something that reminds me of this. And that was this bundle here. It's called Everyday Arches. So you get the stamp set if you're getting the bundle. And some of the words are curved. You get some little stamps to just enhance your work, and then some words that are straight. And then the dies are not only one arch like there was in the Garden Meadows, but there are, how many dies again? Let me just see, 10 arches. So look at all the selection here. So some of you are going to be saying, how does this arch compare? So let's bring it in. So this arch likely is about the same size as the third largest, third coming in, like that. But look at all the potential. You can do so many things with these. Do you have to get it as a bundle? No. I think the dies are going to be one of the must-haves, just because you can layer, you can do so many things with this. But these are just so much fun that I think I'm going to use both a lot. So we are going to use this bundle today, and I'm highlighting it because number one, it's on an online exclusive, so you're not seeing it in any of your catalogs. And number two, because I just like it a lot. Alrighty, so let's bring in, what I did first off is I said there were 10 arches, and in our color families there are 10 colors. So I took the brights and I went through alphabetically. So there is Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Coastal Cabana, and you get the idea. And you can see how well they layer. This just helped me visualize, you know, me and my Get Acquainted sheets. So this just helped me visualize the sizes, the shapes, and then I started to play around with them and looked at them upside down, sideways, all different things like that. Then I thought I should have made a rainbow, right? But a rainbow doesn't have 10 colors, so I've got those. So then I took the colors of the rainbow and I cut these arches here. But while I was cutting them, I also did the layering thing, and I haven't made a card with this yet. It's coming, and I've just kind of got them taped together, and now I just knocked them cockeyed. But you can see that if I cut this here, you would have a fabulous rainbow like that, or we could have cut the bottom off and do a sideways rainbow. There are all kinds of wonderful things that we could do with this. So that is going to be coming soon. So I'll put that to the side. I just had a little bit of playtime when I was able to be up. How many of you like shape cards? You can use that largest arch, it's really quite large, and make a shape card. Or if you don't like the side being on the fold like that, so you want the stitch line down there, I will be showing how to do one with the stitch line included, just like that. Then I played around and I took one of the arches. Let me just see, where did I put I buried them here. I took one of the arches, and I'm not sure I'm grabbing the correct one here, and I cut it. I cut it part way, then I flipped it and cut it the other, and now I have like our modern oval punch, only it's like this. So there is just tons you can do with this die set. And many of you saw the card that I shared yesterday that introduced. So that was a window card. We made a window card. Today we're going to keep it really, really simple. We are just going to use a die cut arch. Not this one. I just remembered I got ahead of myself. So I said one of the things I do is turn it around lots of different directions. So it could go like that. It could come in from the side. It could come down from the top. In fact, you could make a banner out of these, right? You can turn your paper sideways and go like that, or like that, or you could have it coming in from both sides and make like a flap. So I played with some of that, and we are going to bring in a little bit larger one. So this one that we're using today is the second largest. So this one here. And I've got a couple cut out here, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun for you just to see how it is to stamp on this with those curves? And I'm thinking we're going to play with it this way, like this. So let's slide these out of the way, and let's bring in the stamp set. And I think I Want You Are Simply Fantastic. So I'm going to take that out. And remember, when you're removing your photopolymer stamps, kind of roll them, especially when they're long and skinny like this, because you want to make sure that they don't tear, right? The next thing to make sure to do is, just looking for my block, there we go, is let it rest on a surface. If you try to put it on your block, especially ones like this, it's too easy to get it all wonkety. So put it down on a surface and let it rest, and it tends to go into the shape it's supposed to be. Then take your block and pick it up, and just like that, it should be good. So let's just, before we put ink on it, let's have a little test run here. Well, that's going to follow it pretty much perfectly. So I'm going to work largely with black and white today. So we're going to bring this in so things don't rattle too much. And we'll bring in our Memento Black. So what do you guys think of these arches? Is it catching your eye? Or has it caught your eye? If you're a demonstrator, you've been able to see it. That's one of the joys of being a demonstrator. We get to see things at least a month early. This time it was a month and a half, and we get to pre-order, so that's we can get to play a little bit. Now, obviously, because of what was happening with me, I didn't get much playing in, but I'm starting to be able to get in my craft room more and more all the time now. Do you see how it's not sticking very well? This is a brand new one. I haven't stamped with this one yet, and I should have cleaned it first. I'm going to do that right now. You could even just rub it on your jeans. There's a little finish on it to help it release from the molds when they're making it. And it's good to just clean your stamp, and it will take the ink much, much better. Yeah, there, that's working much better. Now I've got some ink in there. I could be careful, or I could just bring in a cloth and wipe some of that off. There we go. Now, like I said, this is my first time to try this particular design. So let's see. And again, I'm not pressing where there's no stamp. I'm pressing where the stamp is, so it transfers. And there we go. We've got that like that. Now my thought is that it's going to go on here, and we're going to use, I'm going to use this. We're going to use another bundle, and this bundle is from the mini catalog, and it's called Beautiful Butterflies. You've seen me be playing with this a little bit. So we get the stamps, we get the dies, and the dies are amazing. I have to admit, when I was looking through the catalog first, I thought, oh, okay, butterflies, yes. And then I saw this die here, and I had to go back and look and say, what is that? And it sold me on this set. And then there's a hybrid embossing folder. And I'm going to go into more detail with all of that. So a hybrid embossing folder means you can emboss, but you can also die cut emboss at the same time. So we're having a little sneak peek at that. And I used this die here. And where did it go? And the body of the butterfly, like that. And I cut out from designer paper this butterfly here. Now, here's a question. Who can name what designer paper I cut this out of? Anybody? Can anybody tell me what designer paper I used to cut this butterfly out of? I love how detailed these dies are. Look at that. It's just amazing. Put that so I don't lose it. Can anyone tell me the designer paper? I know that it's a delayed reaction. It's from the designer paper that you can get free from Sale-A-Bration. It's called Toadstool Gardens. So I've got one of each out here. So this is the paper I cut this butterfly from. And so then that's the back of it. And then there's this, I can go this way there. There's this. They're sticking together. This. Sorry, I'm all thumbs here. So like that. I'm seeing some of you saying the arches are on your list. Oh, you won't be sorry, I don't think. So then there's this. Great, just great designer paper. And this is one of the items you can get free. You've seen me do some other things with the toadstools already, but this is a different use. So this paper does not just have to be for toadstools, is what I'm trying to get across. It can be for all kinds of things. So I die cut the butterfly, and I die cut the body, and I'm thinking my plan is to go like this. And I think that, do we need a little something in the background? Do you know what? I think we could do a little splattering. A little splattering is always fun. And so we've got melon mambo, and we've got fresh freesia, and I think we'll just stick with those two colors. So I'm just going to bring a scrap of paper in. If I was just working on my own, I would just work on my glass mat and wipe it clean, but because we are live, I don't want a wet surface. So I'm taking my marker. This is Melon Mambo, and I am just taking the brush end and doing little splatters. I'll bring it up a little closer to the camera in a minute. So you can see we've just added that interest, and we'll add this one as well. I can stop anytime. I can get a little carried away splattering. But there we've got a little bit of interest in the background, and it's just one way of using our markers. So my thought was I'm just going to put this down here. I could emboss this, but I'm going to keep this pretty simple. So we'll glue it down. Like that. And then we've got this. Well, I guess we better glue that together. So I'm going to just put a bit of adhesive down the body of the butterfly right here and add this. Now, Wink of Stella would look lovely on that body. I should have done that on my mat. There we go. So now I'm thinking like this. I'm going to be very gentle, but I want to add dimension here, and I'm going to just gently add a little curve to the wings. Like that. And then I'm going to cut my dimensionals down to just have them run down there. So I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals because they're just a little handier. And this is a new package. I'm just going to cut along the edge and just, let's see. Yeah, that'll be it. When I made a different one, I just cut my mini dimensionals in half, and that worked too. Whoops, kept the backing and threw the other out. There we go. There, we've got it like that. So if you were buying a bundle and if you reach $75, which is pretty easy to do, you could get this paper as one of your free items if you wanted. So, ooh, I really like how that comes out. Now, when I thought, well, what could we put on there? We could do all kinds of things. We are not using these right now, but remember, we have our brass butterfly embellishments, and, well, we might use them. You're going to have to vote in a minute here. The other thing that Sale-A-Bration, one item that Sale-A-Bration is offering is these sequins. So should we use the brass or should we bring in the colored sequins? So butterflies or sequins? Let me know what you think. And while you're typing that in, just a reminder, one of the other Sale-A-Bration items that really goes well with this is this crinkle ribbon, which is so soft and easy to work with. But I decided I could have tied it along here. Well, maybe I should have done it before I did that. We could add that there. I'm not going to right now, but that's always an option. If I was doing it again, I think I would shove this over and add the ribbon. I see sequins popping up. Okay, sequins it is. And this is such a nice collection of sequins. They call it, oh, purple something or other, but they're basically different shades of melon mambo and white, and I think I'm going to do a selection. So I'll start with this one here, and I'll do one from here. I should have done that one a little lower down. Try to wiggle it off there, and we will do one of these down here. Could be just anywhere you want, and that works out beautifully. So there you have the very simple card like that. Now for the inside, I was thinking it would be fun to carry this through and put this on the inside. There are butterflies we can use. We could use words from the Everyday Arches stamp set, all that kind of thing. But, oh, I was going to use Wink of Stella, sorry. Here we go. We will Wink of Stella that. And just like that, we have that card. I don't know if you can see the glimmer there, but it just really adds to it. So there you have it. So just in case I haven't sold you, oh, I was going to show you the butterflies. I've been playing with the butterflies in sparkly paper too. So I thought I might use them, but I suppose I could, no, it's overkill. So let's look at some other samples that I have made. Now I am just starting to play with it. So there will be other samples coming for sure. So one was this one that you saw yesterday that I played around with. It uses some of this new gold ribbon that we had silver a few years ago, and it was just so much fun to play with. Now we have it in gold, so I used that under here. And I used a new stamp set that's also going to be an online exclusive. It's called Elements of Text, so it's fabulous for backgrounds, vintage, all of that kind of look. So make sure you're checking out on the 7th. Make sure you're checking out the online exclusives. Let's move that out of the way. So we have that, and you can see I used the little butterflies there. So if you're making, you can use this to make a window. You can use it to make a layer. You can use it to make a window. And remember, you can put whatever you want in the window. I was on a butterfly kick, but what if you had, I don't know, some of your birds from this and you put it in there? You could have all kinds of fun. So then I went online because as a demonstrator, we can see the online samples, and I totally cased this coming card from the sample that was shown online. So Stampin' Up! Showed this sample, and it's using the birthday ephemera, the pieces you can punch out of the birthday paper, I should know. And all I did was use the littlest die and cut it, cut two of these, and two of these, and then put them opposite each other. And then the rest I just punched out and then stamped the hello. So there is a totally different use of those dies like that. This one here, I saw somebody, and I have to go back and look. They created a similar one. They did something different in the window. But this one, I just cut a window and put some designer paper behind it and did a very simple sympathy card. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put embellishments, some sparkles on there or not? Do I want to leave it as is? So what do you think on the sympathy card? Add some embellishments or leave as is? Elements of Text is right, number one on your choice, Karen. Yeah, it's a good one. I can see lots of uses for it. And then another one that I cased from the, Maggie, you haven't seen Elements of Text? There's so much to see, isn't there? So yes, I was watching a video the other day and I thought, I didn't see that. Leave as is, leave as is. Yeah, I was where I was leaning too, and that's unusual for me. I always have to add an embellishment, right? So this one was inspired right from the samples online. So was this one. I used different paper because I didn't have the paper they used, but I stamped right on designer paper and then used Spotlight on Nature here. And you can see I used this same shape as a label. So just like that. So there are just a few things to get the brain waves going. But let me know what you think of this. And of course, as always, thank you so much for your support, your thumbs up. If you're sharing this, thank you for that too. I appreciate all of that. So that being said, I hope you have a wonderful last Monday in December, and that pretty soon we will be back in 2025. Oh, I know what I forgot. Marilyn and Joanna and I have a new release type of event coming, so be watching for that. It will be happening the morning of January the 8th. Be watching for all the details. They will be coming soon. I was in a Christmas slump. So was I, Maggie, and I had to start playing, and then suddenly everything started to flow again. So hopefully this helps you with your Christmas slump as well. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.